The future holds for us or for Lionel Messi, but one thing is for certain. The Barcelona captain is still the same lethal player he has been for years. Andrea Pirlo might be a Juventus legend, but that might not be enough for him to hold on to his post as the club's head coach. The same can be said of Andrea Agnelli. Is Kylian Mbappe going to miss out on Paris Saint-Germain's trip to Manchester? Manchester United turned it up against Roma. Are they the favourites to win the Europa League? We've got tons of updates and rumours, so sit back, subscribe, and let us walk you through some of the most important news bits in the game. Borussia Dortmund interim manager a wanted man. While his team might miss out on a Champions League spot this year, Edin Terzic has apparently done enough to manage elsewhere. The young coach was put in an interim position at the Signal Iduna Park and is basically keeping the seat warm for Marco Rose, who arrives soon. Rose wants to keep him as an assistant, but Terzic might have a better offer. In fact, better offers on the cards, with the likes of Wolfsburg, Werder Bremen, Bayer Leverkusen and Köln all looking at his profile. Should this happen, it would be quite a boost for Terzic, who might not be one of the most experienced coaches in the Bundesliga, but has shown that he's capable of holding his own if he's given the chance. Ryan Mason not worried about Kane's situation. Tottenham's interim manager Ryan Mason says that the club does not need Champions League football to convince Harry Kane into staying at the club. The England international has hinted at the possibility of leaving the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this summer by admitting his eagerness to start winning trophies. While he has a mammoth price tag on his head, Kane wouldn't be short of suitors. However, former teammate and current manager Ryan Mason is feeling quite confident that the talismanic striker is not going to jump ship if the Spurs miss out on Champions League football, which looks quite likely. Asked if the North London side need a top 4 finish this season in order to keep their star man, Mason told reporters, "I don't think so. Harry Kane loves this football club. That's been proven over the last 7 or 8 years. He's one of the best strikers in the world. Everyone knows that. We know that, and I'd like to think Harry knows that as well. The most important thing right now, and our attention right now, is this weekend. We can't disrespect any opponent, and we can't be investing our energy into anything else. That's all I have to say on the matter. Our attention, Harry's attention, the attention of this whole football club is on this Sunday. Our prediction is that Kane is going to stay there one more year and would then submit a transfer request if the club struggles again next season." Emi Buendia set for a big move? While playing for Norwich, Emiliano Buendia's performances might have gone unnoticed for most of the fans, but the talented Argentinian midfielder is one of the most consistent performers in England. He was really good for the Canaries last season, even though Daniel Farke's side were relegated. This season he's continued performing well and helped his team return to top-flight football, and Farke admits that the club is unlikely to stand in his way if a crazy offer arrives. Abraham misery to end soon. Tammy Abraham is a good striker, but he isn't really enjoying football at Chelsea a lot these days. The young striker continuously fails to impress Thomas Tuchel in training and is not getting a serious look in, despite Timo Werner's erratic displays that make Fernando Torres' spell at the club look like a prolific affair. The England international is likely to leave the club this summer, according to ESPN, and the likes of West Ham United, Aston Villa and Newcastle United are all keen on helping to jumpstart the player's career. We've got to say that Tuchel should have given the youngster more chances than he has. Abraham never got a fair look in, and perhaps a move away from Stamford Bridge is what's best for him. Newcastle latching on to star performer. Newcastle United are in a spot of bother. But then again, when have they ever been in an easy situation? They had a dangerous and a somewhat unhealthy affair with relegation this summer and are almost safe to play top-flight football next season. In the midst of it, some of their star performers, or saviours, might leave. Miguel Almiron is one, and then there's Alain SaintMaximin. The winger has been such a treat to watch for Toon, but does he deserve to be sentenced to a life of fighting relegation? Steve Bruce says that the club is not looking to sell the Frenchman despite interest in his services from all over the continent. Well, Bruce might not want it to happen, but sooner or later, the 24-year-old will be wondering if he should start thinking about a move away from the club. They all leave eventually. Southampton gaffer to retire? Alright, so this is very unexpected. Ralph Hasenhüttl has done quite an admirable job at Southampton. The Saints aren't punching above their weight, but the Austrian tactician is quite good at his job. He's still got 3 years left on his contract, but the former RB Leipzig manager has hinted that he might retire after his story with the Saints reaches its conclusion. At some point, I'll ask myself the question, and I mean it in all seriousness, whether I want to do anything at all afterwards. You do without a lot, and it also costs an incredible amount of energy. I don't know what will happen after that yet, but it may well be that I might let it be. Clock is ticking for Pirlo and company. Before a league encounter against Fiorentina, Fabio Paratici was asked if Andrea Pirlo will be booted out if Juventus fail to finish in the top 4. The sporting director simply stated that the club cannot even consider a scenario where they're not playing in the Champions League. Juve badly need to play in the competition, are currently in 4th place, but they have some really testing games up ahead. And judging by their recent displays, are they going to hold on to their current position? At Juve, nobody's job is safe anymore. Not Pirlo's, not Paratici's, and not even the president's. Andrea Agnelli, the club's president, is facing a serious crisis at the moment, and his cousin, who also happens to be the chairman of the board of directors at Juventus, John Elkann, who also happens to be the CEO of Exor that has a controlling stake at the club, might relieve him of his duties. And if that happens, Pirlo is likely to get the boot as well. He does lack experience, but at the same time, he's been caught up badly in the team's dallying with the European Super League travesty. The former Italy international might not make it by the end of the campaign if Juventus fail to beat Udinese, and judging by their form, the Bianconeri might struggle. There are a lot of variables to consider, but make no mistake about it, we're approaching the point of no return for the rookie coach. Milan have fallen off due to a lack of depth in the squad. However, the Rossoneri might return to the top 4. Juventus, however, have quite an issue on their hands if you look at the remaining games they have. They still have to face both Milan teams, and while both games are home, nothing can be taken for granted right now when analysing a team that were recently beaten in their own backyard by relegation-threatened Benevento. The clock is ticking for Pirlo, and maybe it'll be over pretty soon. Mbappe injured. Kylian Mbappe is a doubt for the second leg of Paris Saint-Germain's Champions League semi-final with Manchester City after suffering an injury to his right calf. PSG confirmed the news in a squad injury update ahead of their Ligue 1 meeting with Lens on Saturday, however, did not state how long Mbappe would be out for. What's worrying is whether Mbappe will be fit to play at the Etihad on Tuesday, as PSG chase their first Champions League crown, having fallen at the final hurdle against Bayern Munich last season. We can only hope that the young forward is able to shake off the injury and arrives in Manchester to help the Ligue 1 giants vanquish Pep Guardiola's side, who are favourites to reach the final of the competition following an excellent showing at Parc des Princes. Manchester United flying high again. Whatever you have to say about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's clear that the Norwegian has done an amazing job with Manchester United. He might not be the most glamorous of managers out there, but he knows what he's doing. The recent Europa League semi-final game against AS Roma was a tale of two halves and an excellent example of how you should manage situations. United were 2-1 down at half-time at home, and we all thought, well, here we go again. United choking in the last 4 again. This has been a thing under the Norwegian. However, the Red Devils returned to the field for the second half with a purpose. Whatever Ole had to say in the dressing room, it worked, because United ended up scoring 5 goals in the next 45 minutes. Paulo Fonseca's men have a mountain to climb next week. Edinson Cavani has apparently agreed to hang around for a little while longer, and after putting in such a great performance against Roma, you've got to say that Manchester United can wait a little while longer before signing a truly world-class striker. Or maybe Manchester United are going to move for another striker this summer regardless. What do you think? Lionel Messi at his best, as always. Okay, so Barcelona failed to make use of Atletico Madrid's rather regular slip-ups and lost their latest La Liga game. However, Lionel Messi once again scored a goal and looked very threatening. There's a lot of clamouring about his immediate future at the club. Some say that he will leave, and some say that he will end up signing another deal. Whichever way it goes, Messi's performances have made it abundantly clear that he isn't struggling on the field at all. Of course, the purist in you might want to see Messi see out the rest of his career in a different league, but even if he decides to stay at Barcelona, how would that be such a bad thing? Yeah, we know that Barcelona need to build the future, but has anyone ever built a great future for themselves without the presence of a wise guiding hand? In fact, Barcelona would be better off in their transition period if the club's younger players have a legend like Messi around them, showing them how it's done. And yes, Barcelona would look a little, or maybe too hollow, without the iconic Argentine. Alright, that's it for today then. We hope you liked what you heard. Make sure to subscribe and let us know your thoughts in the comment section.